We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin. In a previous episode, we discussed the pathetic state of our education system. In just the few days since we aired that, the situation has gotten even worse. California schools have taken the steps of getting rid of D and F grades. No matter how poorly a student does in these schools, it is now impossible for them to fail. These students are in for a rude awakening when they enter the real world and are actually expected to do their jobs. So, have the Democrats just lost touch with what is really going on in America? Their fear of speaking out against the radical left have made them disconnect from the facts. Let's start with what Nancy Pelosi said about crime.
It's absolutely outrageous. Obviously, it cannot continue. But the fact is that there is an attitude of lawlessness in our country that springs from I don't know where. Maybe you do.
She doesn't know where it came from? It came from her colleagues defunding the police. It came from prosecutors refusing to do their jobs. They have bent over backwards to protect criminals, to keep them free with little or no bail, and to give them free rein. Even the mayor of San Francisco, who herself defunded police, has realized this was a bad idea.
It's time that the reign of criminals who are destroying our city, it is time for it to come to an end. And it comes to an end when we take the steps to be more aggressive with law enforcement, more aggressive with the changes in our policies, and less tolerant of all the bullshit that has destroyed our city.
It's great that she has realized what the problem is, but it is incomprehensible that she didn't see this coming. The math is simple. Less law enforcement equals more crime. They haven't simply lost touch on crime, though. The Build Back Better bill looks like it is at the very least being pushed into next year, and there are indications that the bill may actually be dead. Why can't it pass? The CBO has said in its current form the bill will add $3 trillion to the national deficit. Now, 11 years ago, Joe Biden called the CBO score, quote, the gold standard, unquote. Now Jen Psaki calls it fake news. They have lied about the bill being fully paid for from day one. They have lied about who will be paying more taxes. Independent analysis has said the bill will cause higher taxes for the middle class. They keep saying the American people don't understand. The truth is, the American people understand perfectly. Let's take a look at the latest ABC News poll to see what the American people understand. 2/3 of Americans disapprove of Biden's handling of gun violence, while 32% approve. The ABC News Ipsos pound also found that only 36% of Americans approve of his handling of crime, while 61% disapprove. Both approval numbers are the lowest Biden has seen since he took office. The poll also found that 28% of Americans approve of Biden's handling of inflation, while a majority of Americans at 69% disapproved. Biden has also seen a drop in approval rates in his handling of the economic recovery, with 41% of Americans approving his handling in December compared to 47% back in October. Disapproval rates of Biden's handling of the economy jumped. 57% of Americans surveyed disapproved of his handling of the economy, compared to the 53% that disapproved in October. With these numbers, Biden still thinks the Democrats will win the midterm elections.
I want to tell my Republican friends, get ready, pal. You're going in for a problem. As Democrats, we know what we're for, while Republicans don't seem to be for anything. Name me something they are for. We have to keep making the case, and if we do, I believe we're going to win. Let me say this again for the president. We're going to win in 2022.
He says he doesn't know what Republicans stand for. Well, they're for secure borders. They're for law and order. They're for economic growth and not putting huge burdens on small businesses and the middle class. Pretending he doesn't know what Republicans are in favor of is disingenuous. With the courts stopping Biden's mandates, Build Back Better stalled if not dead, Biden is desperate for a win. It is clear that for him to get anything past the Senate, they would have to change the rules and eliminate the filibuster. Now, this is a bad idea. Even if they could do it, the Democrats would quickly regret it when the Republicans have control of the Senate. Fortunately, several Democratic senators, led by Senator Sinema, are aware of the reality, and they have said they will not vote to end the filibuster. This essentially kills the Biden administration's ability to pass anything without Republican buy-in. That's what's supposed to happen. We are not supposed to have one party ramming through legislation. We need both parties to work together to represent America, not represent the radical left and not representing the radical right. That's the raw naked truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts. You can also find us on the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, and Audible. Plus wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.